Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something pretty interesting, to say the least. I'm going to be ranking the first 10 Backrooms levels from worst, in my opinion, to best, in my opinion. Now, to make these ratings fair, I have done the pleasure of making a foolproof ranking system called the 3 C's and the B. The 3 C's are creativeness, creepiness, and cringiness, and then the B is Broogli's opinion, or what I think it is. Each of the rankings will be out of 5, and the total score for the level will be whatever the sum of those ratings is. So, for example, if I was rating level 5 million, and I give it a 3 out of 5 for creativity, a 4 out of 5 for creepiness, and then subtract 2 off of it for cringiness, and then give it a Broogli rating of 3 out of 5, then the final score would be 8. So yeah. Pretty simple. This should be pretty fun, and I hope you enjoy it. This video will be just about the first 10 levels, from worst to best. Let's get into it. Also, leave your full rankings down below. I want to see how yours are different from mine. So, starting in the 10th place, and with what I think is the worst out of the 10, is level 4. Now, before I get into the rankings, I do want to say that these first 10 levels are some of the best levels on the Wikidot, so it's kind of hard to say which ones are actually bad, but I feel like level 4 is just the worst out of the first 10. It's a level that's confined to one building, and it's literally just a location for infinite almond water. It's like 2 OP, so I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 on creativity, a 0 out of 5 on creepiness, since it's literally not creepy, and a -3 for cringiness, because almond water gets cringy. And for the Broogli rating, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and I'll give it a 2 out of 5, which will leave level 4 in 10th place with a score of 1 point. Next up, in the 9th place ranking, I think I'm gonna have to give it to level 6. And it's not because I don't think the level's creepy, because it really is creepy. I'm just kind of forced to put it here since there's like not much to the level. It's kind of just a pitch black area with nothing else to see. I do think it's creepy though, so don't get on my case for that. And it's kind of creative, especially since it's the first level that introduces the idea of no light. So I'll give it a 2 out of 5 for creativity, a 5 out of 5 for creepiness, and since I don't like the dark, I'd be terrified, it's gonna get a 5 out of 5 for creepiness. And then I'm gonna give a -2 for cringiness, because, I don't know, cringe. So I don't think it's actually cringy, but there's just not enough stuff here to give it a higher ranking. And then I'm gonna give the Broogli score a 2 out of 5, leaving level 6 in 9th place with a total score of 7. For the 8th place rank, I'm gonna have to put level 8 up here. I know a lot of people like level 8, but I actually covered this level like 3 times on my channel in different videos, so it's kind of a meme around here now. But this level would 100% be higher if the other levels above it just weren't so good. It's just that these ones on the bottom here just don't have the same wow factor as the ones that are higher. I like level 8, I mean I think it's a pretty cool huge cave concept with like weird spider stuff, but it's just a little confined to one cave and, one area, one cavernous area. It's definitely creepy, and it's the first cave level, so I'll give it a 2 out of 5 for creativity, and I'll definitely give it a 5 out of 5 for creepiness, since it's claustrophobic and dark. But I will give it a -2 for cringiness, just because I've done 3 videos on it. And for the Broogli rating, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I mean, it's 3 out of 5, which will give level 8, in 8th place, 8 points. Nice. In 7th place, I think I'm gonna have to put level 2. This one actually ties with level 8 in score, but it's just slightly better. Now, before you click off the video, hear me out. I really do like level 2, but at the end of the day, it's just there to introduce the first entities that you'll see. And it's just hallways with rooms, which could be said about a lot of them. I know, it's just not enough. It's really creepy for sure though, but it's just hallways and rooms. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 for creativity, a 4 out of 5 for creepiness, because it definitely is creepy, especially since it's the first entity area, really. And then I'm gonna give it a -1 for cringiness. It's not too cringy, but... And I'll tack on 2 extra points for the Broogli rating, leaving level 2 in 7th place with 8 points. Now, next up in 6th place is a pretty easy one for me. I think it's level 1. I just feel like level 1 is a great middle-of-the-road Backrooms level. It's got good things about it, and it's got bad things about it. I like that it's the first place where you'll meet real people and real colonies, but I don't like the idea of random loot crates being there, or I also don't like the idea of how many people are there. It's a decent level, which fits it right at the 6th spot. So for creativity, I'll give it a 4 out of 5, since it's just the first level with people on it. And for creepiness, I'll give it a 2 out of 5 since there are some opportunities for entities, but not really. For cringiness, I'll subtract 0. I mean, I don't really think it's cringy. I think it's just a middle-of-the-road level. And I'll give it a Broogli rating of 3 out of 5, which leaves level 1 in 6th place with a score of 9. And officially we made it to the top 5. The one in 5th place might shock you, but I think I'm gonna have to put level 3 in 5th place, aka the electrical station. This one has kind of the same problem that level 2 has, but it's got some weirder properties like the barred doors and the unbreakable wall stuff that kind of makes it higher on the list. This level is also just hallways and rooms, but what it does do right is that it adds these non-Euclidean places, like these barred doors and these hallways and walls that cannot be broken, and it just adds that little tiny bit of just extra stuff. So I'll give it a 3 out of 5 on creativity, and a 3 out of 5 on creepiness as well, and I don't think it's cringy, so I'm just gonna subtract nothing from it. And I'll give it a 4 out of 5 on the Broogli rating. I like this level, so that means that level 3 is in 5th place with a score of 10 points. Now these last 4 levels, which they're all going to be really close in my mind, but in 4th place, I'm going to have to put level 9. I know a lot of people like level 9, I like level 9, but it's really creepy for sure, and I really like that the entire level is a huge neighborhood, because I've seen neighborhoods at night, like in real life, and they're really creepy, but there's just not much else to say beyond that. I really like how creepy and like scary the idea of being in a Backrooms level that's a neighborhood, but beyond that, like I said, it's just not enough substance. So I will give it a 4 out of 5 on creativity and a 4 out of 5 on creepiness as well, and I'm going to subtract 1 for the cringe. For the Broogli rating, I'll give it a 4 out of 5, which leaves level 9 in 4th place with a total of 11 points. In 3rd place, I'm gonna have to put level 5, aka the Terror Hotel. This one is pretty much tied with the 2nd slot, which is next, and it's one of my favorite levels in the Backrooms. I just love the lore that's inside of this level. You have the beast at level 5, you have all these weird properties like doors and rooms that can just randomly appear and disappear. It's really creative and is probably one of the most well-written entries in my mind. So I give it a 5 out of 5 on creativity and a 4 out of 5 on creepiness, and I'm gonna minus 1 for cringe because I don't like the idea of part of the hotel being run by an actual hotel. Like, I just wish it was more abandoned than it is. And I'll give it a 4 out of 5 on the Broogli scale, which means that level 5 is in 3rd place with 12 points total. Now it's down to the final 2, and if you've been keeping track, you know which 2 are left. But in 2nd place, this might surprise you a little bit, but I'm gonna have to put level 0 here. And the only reason it's even this high is because it's the first level that you'll land at when you get sent here. It's also literally so well known and ubiquitous that it kind of deserves to be this high on the list. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 on creativity, since it literally kickstarted the entire Backrooms lore, and a 4 out of 5 on creepiness, since it's actually terrifying. Like, imagine seeing that in real life, you'd be terrified. I am going to minus 2 for the cringe factor simply because, I mean, it's kind of too popular in my opinion, and I'm going to give it a Broogli score of 5 out of 5, since this channel wouldn't exist if I didn't find the video on level 0 from Nick Crowley. So, which puts level 0 in 2nd place with 12 points. And finally, in my opinion, the best Backrooms level out of the first 10 is level 7. This might come as a surprise to some of you, but some of you it probably won't. I really like this level for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's the water aspect, or the little details sprinkled in the level, like the bottom of the ocean being carpet. I just really like that kind of stuff. Maybe it's the thing on level 7 that I like. I don't know, I just really enjoy this level. It's terrifying, it's really well written, and it's very unique, and it's unlike really any other level on the Wikidot. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 on creativity, a 5 out of 5 on creepiness, a 0 on cringiness, and then a 5 out of 5 on the Broogli scale. Meaning that, in my humble opinion, level 7 is the only perfect level out of the first 10. Please don't hate me for that, but I think it's true. So yeah, that was my rankings of the first 10 Backrooms levels. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know this was definitely a different kind of video, but I figured it'd be pretty fun to do, so I hope you enjoyed it. I got the idea from someone on my Discord who joined the VC that I was in, and they wanted me to help rank the first 10 levels, so I decided to make a video out of it. So I forgot your name, but thank you so much for giving me this idea. I'll leave a comment down below if you're that person, because I'll pin the comment if you do. Anyways, thank you for watching the video and supporting me. Thank you as always for your incredible support and commenting and liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. And thank you to my patrons and channel members as well. Be ready for a new entity short tomorrow. You guys are literally loving these entity shorts. I'm glad, because they're super fun to put out for you, and I love being able to get content out every day. Check the links below if you want to follow me on Twitter or join my Discord. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.